Boker Tov, this vlog episode is about the weekend I spent at a kibbutz. For those of you who may not know, a kibbutz is a collective community. They're generally based around agriculture, and everyone is responsible for everyone else, so they divide up the work and the responsibilities, and there's no private wealth. So they're like little pockets of socialism. Today, kibbutzim are more modern, but that's the basic idea. I stayed in Kibbutz Farod. It's north of here in the Galilee region, and it was established in 1949, the year after Israel became a state. I was in this kibbutz because Derek, my lovely friend from American University, put me in touch with his lovely cousin Sophie, who lives in Haifa with her lovely boyfriend Danielle. Sophie and Danielle sometimes spend their weekends up at the kibbutz, and I got invited to go hang out with them, which was fun. We began the first day by having breakfast in Rosh Pina, which is kind of an artist colony, and then we went off to Tiberia or Tiberias, which is great because the Sea of Galilee is one of my favorite things in Israel. And then we made a quick stop in Tzfat, which is one of the 4 holy cities in Israel. It's also the center of Jewish mysticism, and it is absolutely beautiful. However, Sophie and I got a little bit lost when we were looking for food and wound up in an abandoned mall, which was cool but also creepy. We ended the day with my first Shabbat dinner with an Israeli family. Danielle's parents live on the kibbutz, and that was an experience I really enjoyed. The next day, Sophie, Danielle, and I hiked around this moshav called Shefer, in which we explored another abandoned building, this time a military fortress from the days of the British Mandate, before Israel's War of Independence, which was then turned into a kindergarten, and then was abandoned again, I guess. So I climbed from there, up through that to the top. The toppest top of the very tops. Yeah. And this was my way from the ground up. Who can resist to climb up a rickety, rusty ladder? Certainly not me. And this is where I have to get down. Oh, jeez. Okay. After admiring the views from the kindergarten porches, we meandered the hills, and I was introduced into some of the trees that grow in the area, like a fig tree or an almond tree, and even a carob tree.
Oops. They're carobs. Carobs. And they taste like chocolate.
I thought it was great to spend a little time on the kibbutz, and I'm so grateful to Sophie and Danielle and Danielle's family for sharing their weekend with me. Not only did I have a relaxing weekend away from everything, I also learned about Israeli history, contemporary Israeli life, and the world for wheelbarrow, the Ritzach, in case anyone was wondering. So obviously I'm really behind on my vlog, and I gotta be honest, the next video I upload is not going to be in the same style because it is bogging me down. But I have some good clips, and we'll see what happens. A big thank you to Kelsey for uploading another vlog, and a humongous thank you to Meredith and the rest of the AU Methodists for uploading probably the most wonderful, inspiring music video I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm trying to make a response thank you music video, except I updated my Mac, which updated my iMovie, and now nothing works the way it should, and there are tons of glitches. And it's really hard to make a video when you want to throw your computer out the window. But you know, the UMSA didn't just stop there. They also sent me a Christmas package full of chocolate and candy canes and Oreos, of course. And then my parents sent me a package, which by there are Christmas lights in the background. So even though I'm not going to be home for Christmas, I am totally getting in the Christmas spirit. Anyway, this week's poem is written by Agi Mishol, and it is entitled Revelation.